We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They go play action here on first down. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. They'll run for it. It's Walker, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Now back to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
On play action, they'll throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 26. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Lance on the bootleg. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Lance going to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 21 yards. yards and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing...
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop to throw. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf from 19 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The Lance now to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Lance to throw it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lance. He finds Kittle going across the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. I'm coming.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And the 49ers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Straight ahead, Walker. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
At the 38-yard line.
2nd down at 5.
Single, slot. Hey.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Tens the mic.
Looking to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
Nothing here.
A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 21-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
60 red. 60 red.
Hey, let's get this.
Ready.
To throwing in on 2nd down, Lance. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Lance looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. They'll look to throw again. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Play, 97. Ready, go.
Back to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Yellow.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down. This one caught by Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 14. A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
52's the mic, boy.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. McCaffrey following the penalty. And able to work his way down to the 16. On 2nd and 12, Lance. Able to complete this one to McLeod. Touchdown 49ers. Ray McLeod, a 16-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage, completion-wise, way up, not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
56.
Ready.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And some space here. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And this one is right through, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Lance. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Brooks from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 22. Set, go.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From midfield, here's Lance. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 50 yards. And the Niners have taken the lead here in this third quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Kenneth Walker, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. Fortunate to get that football back. It's trailing here in the second half. Last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Back to throw. Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49er first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those, but third down coming up.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Let's go. 52 blue.
Double time, double time. Hey.
Ready, ready.
Lance and company going on fourth down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they wind up getting 13 there on fourth down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Lance looks to throw again. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
60 red. Smash, red. Stay. Punch.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Okay, ready?
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Set, punch.
Hard throw, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They're going to look to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Fakes it again to Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them, not easily done.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, set, 50, green. Ready, go.
On 1st down, Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Ready?
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 26.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His huge night, it just continues as he's now north of 200 yards receiving.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On play action, they'll throw. This complete to Lockett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Here's Walker. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Second and goal from the 1. Dobbins will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You're talking about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, Who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you, punk.
Here's Lance to throw it. Eluding the pressure right.
Here we go.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Ready.
2nd and 2.
Red, yellow.
Coming to you, coming to you. Mike 56, Mike 56. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Ready.
Now Lance. He finds Kittle going across the field. A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Let's go.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. The quick slant caught. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season, the future bright.
Let's go now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check pass, check pass. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Mitchell. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Shot. 17. Set. Go.
They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. This is the tight end fan. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a run with Walker. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Plus 54.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Walker. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for two. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, partner, that'll do it. These week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Seahawks, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.